These guys were up and doing that. Even when you think you are beating the first man here, if you want to kick any ball, unknown to you, you will not know where Lami or Guy will come to cover the ball here.
Welcome back to EVO SPORTS. The finals of the AFCON has come and gone. Senegal, the Teranga Lions of Senegal, carried the day by beating the Atlas Lions of Morocco by a goal to nil in the extra time. But then there were a whole lot of controversies. We're going to discuss on that, discuss on what transpired in the match as well. But I'm so happy with the Senegalese team. The composure, the calmness, and the brave doggedness that they gave in that game. I'm starting with Albert before we go to Chima. Albert, the Teranga Lions of Senegal and the Atlas Lions of Morocco. What transpired in that game?
Yes, it's a very nice one. But I wish I could know what Teranga means in Senegalese language. Teranga Lions, Atlas Lions, you understand? Two lions mates.
I think Teranga has to do with mountain, with like mountain.
Okay. When two lions fight, it is only the grass that will suffer. That's what actually transpired in the game. But going to that game, when I came here after the Nigerian versus Morocco game, when I came to the studio, I said, far beyond statistics and tactics formation between Nigeria and Morocco, there was a strategy. That strategy has to do with the mind games, with the antics of the Moroccan side, the over-complaining, trying to bully the referee to play to their kind of card and all of that. And the Super Eagles player were somehow relenting to that. Too soft to that. But the Senegalese side saw this, you understand, loophole. So they learned from what actually happened between the Nigeria and Morocco game. Understand? Now don't forget, going to that game properly, the Senegalese side, tutored by Papa Thiaw, was without one of their two best players, Koulibaly and Kepran Diatta, the central defender and the right fullback. But their impact was not missed. Why? Because the people that replaced them in the person of Mendy and Nyakite were as almost a twin to those players. That's why I always say that if you have people on the substitute bench, you invite particular set of players, maybe 23 or 28, for a national team football game. The people you have on the bench shouldn't be people you just manage to invite. They should be people that have almost the same quality like the people that started the game. So now the people that came in for the absentees, which is in Koulibaly and Kepran Diatta, they were just having same quality like them.
Then for Koulibaly was Mohamed Sarr.
Now going to the game properly, there was a strategy. I watched at the game very well. There was a strategy. Now, the Senegalese side, go and watch game after game of the Senegalese side throughout the tournament. They didn't put up this kind of performance in the other games they were playing. Now, that same approach to that game was the same approach Moroccan side gave Nigeria. As soon as they lost the ball, they would run after the Nigerian players, like 2 or 3 of them. That was what happened. You see, the first 20 minutes of that game, they were trying to shape and know themselves very, very well. But from the right fullback, the Senegalese side played with 3 players that have left foot. And those 3 players that have left foot have a very positive impact in the Senegalese side. You know, I used to talk about my love for left-footed players, and a lot of coaches have love for left-footed players. And I've been under a system where a coach was actually looking for a left-footed central defender, which falls in a person like present-day Mbokazi. Because when you have a left-footer that is a central defender and intelligent, it's like a plus to you. So the person that replaced Koulibaly, right? It was it's Nyakite now.
No, not Nyakite.
Is it Sarr?
Sarr.
The left-footed guy with other guy Diouf that plays for West Ham. They were launching coordinated attack with their left foot. They don't have to turn it to their right foot before they start picking it up. As the ball comes to their left foot, they start playing it. So, but I still want to give a lot of thumbs up to Iliman Ndiaye. Why am I saying so? He was not that person of Everton that goes to attack, fall into midfield and relax so that people can mark the ball and give to him. He was actually running, coming back to assume defensive duties. So they knew what was at stake. So they first made up their mind before they came into the pitch, because they know that this game they are going to play against the fans, the referee, and the Moroccan side that want to play mind games and antics, intimidate them on the pitch of play. So they didn't just come with a kind of football formation or a kind of style of play. They came in with the resilience, they came in with a level of perseverance, they came in with a level of determination that never say never. We must go all the way to ensure that we get this game down. Now, if you look at the game, the Moroccan side, much thumbs up to them as well. Technically gifted side, very crafty. Their hold-up play, the way they initiate their attack, very dangerous. You see, on like 2-3 occasions when El Kabi came very, very close, it was a protruding pass that came in and jabbed it. But another kudos again, I just want to be touching in on the both side. Another kudos again goes to Diop and Mani. Mani was dropping deep for Diop so that Achraf Hakimi, is very, very venomous when he's on the ball. It's like a number 2 that plays a number 7. He has attacking consciousness. His eyes on the goal. He knows how to make good square plays. He knows how to make good pass. Hakimi's qualities are top notch. Are you getting his potential? Is limitless. Are you getting it? So Mani was dropping deep for Diop as well, so that Hakimi will not have space there, because they have wonderful players too in the attack. The El Kabis, the Esnaoui, all of them, the Ibrahim Diaz, all of them. Very intelligent and crafty players. So Senegal could curtail their excesses by virtue of ensuring that they are always dropping deep to mark the ball and to ensure that they win the ball. Now, from the 26th minute, I noticed something. As soon as they lost the ball in the attack, everybody, including Nicholas Jackson, dropped back to the center circle with speed so that they could be able to follow these guys up and not making them make some certain passes that will cause them. Because the Senegalese realized something, that if they should allow the Moroccan side to hold on the ball, they will have a lot of infringement, which may be dangerous to them at the end of the day. So what they do is that they mark the opponents before the ball actually comes in. So they were actually sharing the spoils. Infringement here, infringement there. If Morocco have an infringement, Senegal to have an infringement, because they were playing, the Senegalese side were playing massive defense and massive attack. In person of Sadio Mane, in person of Iliman Ndiaye, Jackson too have the pace. Gueye is in the midfield. That the Everton short man on the midfield.
No, that's Ghana.
Ghana on the midfield. Very, very intelligent guy on the midfield. Gueye too on the left hand side here, using his left foot very, very well. So, but at the end of the day, it was a very tight, clustered encounter. And you get what I'm trying to say? The both of them were giving themselves a run for their money. They were making themselves understand that this AFCON final, we have to go all out. That was the language the both teams were speaking to themselves. But at the end of the day, within the course of the game, the referee was making few mistakes that was at the end of the day supposed to be a demoralizing factor to the Senegalese side. But they stood their ground because of their self-determinism, because of their doggedness, you understand, to ensure that they come out victorious in the match. But at the end of the day, be it as it may, the flaws, the antics, you understand, some situation that the referee couldn't curtail. At the end of the day, the dying minutes of the added 10 minutes, is it the...
No, 8 minutes.
8 minutes. It exceeded even the 8 minutes now. Yes, about the 93rd or 94th minute, they had the penalty, a lot of saga.
No, it was close to the 8 minutes. It was about 96 minutes.
All right. Maybe 96 minutes. Yeah. So that about 14 minutes, there was a stoppage of the game, the VR review issues, players leaving their dugout, fans dropping, and mass coming to check the VR screen and all of that. About 14-15 minutes before the players came in again and all of that, they missed the penalty. But when they came into the extra time, a 34-yard screamer gave Senegalese the one goal in which they ran away with. So, but it was a nice one. Senegal was well prepared for the match, just as Morocco. The both of them had won AFCON in their kitty, 1976 and 20. Senegal, I think 2021, if I'm not
within that.
Yeah, 2021, if I'm not mistaken. And at the end of the day now, Senegal have 2 Nations Cup now in their kitty, which is a nice one for Mane that said wanted to retire. But I think Papa Thiaw is speaking to him not to retire. But another good thing noteworthy of, Mane was supposed to be the captain of the Senegalese team. Are you getting it? That is one thing that I define as unity. He's no more the captain. I wouldn't know the reason why, because it's not everything that some nations expose. So the captaincy was given to Koulibaly, In the absence of Koulibaly,
Right,
is Ghana. Now, but at the end of the day, when they won the Nations Cup, they took the captain armband and gave it to Mane.
They gave it to Koulibaly, then Koulibaly handed it to Mane.
That's what I'm saying now. It went back to the hand of the boss. You understand? He now lifted it up. It shows a level of respect. Now, if somebody like that had been stripped of his captaincy, I wouldn't know what, but he's giving even more than 100% to the team. Mane don't seem like a 33 years old person. Mane seems like a 25 or 26 years old person. His pace, his vigor, and everything he put up to the team. One love, and I tell you the truth, it is unity that has kept this Senegalese team up to this time. Unity, discipline, and self-determination. So it's a thumbs up to them. Morocco too, they tried as well, but they tried as a footballing nation because referee didn't actually rub for them to get to semi-final of the World Cup. Truth be told, they are a good footballing nation, but I wouldn't know why this thing is actually happening to Morocco. About 3 matches in succession with Morocco, the referees has always been making mistakes and actually been favoring Morocco in terms of infringement that are identified. But it's a nice one for Senegal. Kudos to them.
Chima, Teranga Lions versus Aplat Lions.
Let's say this is the Senegalese team. This is the Moroccan team. Firstly, these Senegalese, they did not come to this AFCON to joke. They came with quality players. Quality players. They have a goalkeeper, Al Hilal, in Saudi, who is the top team in Saudi Arabia. The centre backs, Mamadou Sarr, that replaced Koulibaly, plays for Strasbourg, 8 years contract with Chelsea. Then they have Niakate, that plays for, I think he played for Nottingham Forest before, but now he's in Monaco. Now, I think it's in Olympique Lyonnais now. Then, at the middle of the park here, we have Ghana, Everton. Very experienced player. In fact, the manner and way Ghana calmed the whole pressure in that midfield, although we wanted to make a little bit of Onyedika mistake sometimes, but the experience really showed very, very well. 36 years old, captain of the side, currently playing for Everton. Then the goal scorer, Pape Gueye, plays for Villarreal, top team in Spanish league. He's a starter, and they are doing very, very well. Then the number 10 here, Lamy, he plays for Monaco, 22 years old player. So which means here, they have an old man with experience, but then they have young, 2 agile players, not just young, playing in top tier football in Europe with a lot of experience. And these Senegalese players are not players that come to the pitch to just joke. And tactically, they are very, very good. Their coach, Papetia, ex-player, sometimes you being a very big coach does not mean you coaching Real Madrid or coaching yes, it follows, but sometimes what you have upstairs, you can be coaching an academy team, but you have a lot of experience. Just like as you are talking here too now, the way we see our own football perspective, in fact, we even see better than so many coaches in top clubs football. That is just the honest fact. But because they are fortunate to be in that position, that does not mean that they know everything or they know so well about the game. This Sadio Mane here plays for Al Nassr. This is Nicolas Jackson on loan for Bayern Munich. This is Ndiaye, Everton. Normally, there's a reason why the coach uses Ndiaye to start most of his game, because Ndiaye is tactically sound more than Sarr. Sarr of Crystal Palace is a more attacking-minded player more than Ndiaye, but in Ndiaye we give a little bit of attack, but in Ndiaye we play tactical football. That's what we call tactical football. Tactical football is trying to mind what the coach have instructed you to do, play to coach in structure, know where to fall back to when there's need, know when to go from when there's need. So not just play that, but just to be aware when you're tactically sound. Coach can make use of you at every given time in any position, because first of all, you will always play as if the coach is on the field of play. Now, this is the Moroccans. The biggest threat of this Moroccan team are always Hakimi and Brahim Diaz. This Hakimi and Brahim Diaz, they always make use of this position so well that they interchange whenever they are attacking. But the Moroccans played 4-1-4-1 formation. But on paper, Senegalese started with 4-3-3. But when the game starts, they played with Sadio Mane and Nicolas Jackson. This man here, this Ndiaye here, was coming in to join the midfield, going wide when they have the ball. But once they lose the ball, he falls back to midfield to make them 4-man midfield here. Why Sadio Mane come up front here to play with Jackson whenever Jackson is holding the ball. But Sadio Mane starts from here to operate. Whenever he's operating from here, when the ball. Now, okay, before I go that, look at what the Senegalese did to the Moroccans. They already watched them against the Super Eagles. They knew exactly what they did against the Super Eagles. And because the Super Eagles were not agile in that, they maybe lapse of, maybe because of fatigue or what, I don't know, maybe, I don't just know what I will call it, but note that these Senegalese are more experienced players because they have quality players playing in top tier football, even more than our own Super Eagles. If we have to check their player one by one in the club style where they play without sentiment. This is a game of top-class football. These guys, they divided the field like this now. They now divided the field into three. They divided the field into three when the game started. This Pape, the goal scorer, operate from this side. This Diouf operate from this side. Then Mane operate from here. Jackson stays here. When they're attacking, Jackson goes up front. Then, so when the ball is with the center backs here, this thing, Ghana comes to collect the ball. Once Ghana is coming, if this guy is coming, then the Moroccans, just like the way they normally press the Super Eagles, they feel like they want to come to press. They come to press like this. As they're coming to press, note, for the first 20-30 minutes, Hakimi did not receive any ball here.
He was staying back.
He was staying back here because of Sadio Mane. And not just because of Sadio Mane, even Ibrahim Diaz came back to assist Hakimi because the work was not easy for Hakimi alone. So they run down Hakimi. He was sweating like eagles in this game so well because the best way Hakimi plays his football is when he's having the ball. Most times he operates from this dimension. But in this game, Ibrahim Diaz fall back to help Hakimi because why? If Senegalese are having the ball here, if Ghana comes short to receive the ball here, if this Pape is coming, man on you like this, if then Lamy is coming, man on you, on him like this now, do you know what Mane does? Mane will leave this place and enter into this place. Mane lives here to come into this place. This Diouf will climb to this place. So when Diouf climbs to this place, there will be an option. This guy, this what is it called? No, like Sa.
Okay.
Sa that replaced Mamadou Koulibaly. Sa climbs up, making use of this place. Then this guy, Nyakate, will give a depth here. Then this place, if then Diouf comes up here, Hakimi, before Diouf comes up here, Hakimi will be marking Mane. When it's marking Mane, if they want to receive the pass now, Mane will leave Hakimi to dash into the midfield here. When he dash into the midfield here, Hakimi will be confused whether to go here or here. Then Ibrahim Diaz will be left center trying to watch whether to mark here or here. And meanwhile, the defenders here are already marking Jackson, and they cannot leave one man with Jackson. They want to close that. So before you know it, this guy will pass the ball to Mane. If he's passing the ball to Mane here, these guys will be rushing down to collect, to mark the ball. This guy's already moving. Immediately they are passing the ball to Mane. This guy is moving. So Mane uses one touch
to give him the ball.
One touch here to play the ball to Diouf here. Whenever he plays the ball to Diouf here, this guy goes like this. Mane comes in here again. Jackson come back to this place. These people, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are confused on how to mark Mane and Jackson. Why? Because of the mobility of Mane and Jackson. Note, Jackson was not really in the game, but because of his hold-on play in that game, because whenever you pass to Jackson, Jackson will not pass the ball easily. Jackson will draw these two defenders to himself. When he draws these two defenders to himself, he will try to, as he's drawing them to himself, Lamy is coming. This guy, Pape is coming. Ghana is coming. By so doing that, when he touched the ball back to Ghana now might wide the ball back to Sa. These guys now, they now cage the Moroccans in their own half. So before you know it, that is how they play with Mane. Mane begins to dazzle, make use of this play. So once the ball is here with Hakimi or another person, there's always a triangular shape like this. Everybody that is holding the ball for Senegalese team, they have this triangular shape. That is why it was difficult for them to lose the ball. Once this man is holding the ball, there will be somebody opening for here. Mane is coming to form that shape here. They were forming that, and once Mane is holding the ball here, there's another shape like this. In Jackson will be here. Then you have either Ghana or you have Lamy or Uruguay here. They are forming the shape like this. Once Jackson is holding the ball, Ndiaye is coming this place here. They are forming another shape like this. So that was why the Moroccans were so confused in this game. Now, but in the case of the Super Eagles, these runners, we were not seeing these runners. That was why the Moroccans, it was easy to mark the Super Eagles out. And that was why I lamented in my last analysis between our Super Eagles and the Moroccan game. I said it that if they are coming to press, there's a disadvantage in going to press an opponent with 2-2. If you go to press a team like Man City or Barcelona that are very good with the ball and your strikers are good, one of the challenges that we had, because Osimhen is not a ball user. It's not a striker that uses the ball. Osimhen is more dangerous inside this 18-yard box. But Jackson is not dangerous here, because if Jackson happened to be like a player like Osimhen, when so many chances that they got up front here, Osimhen would have converted those kind of chances. So that is why everything is not complete. In one way or the other, there must be loopholes in your team, but you need to play with the strength of your team first. So that was what the Senegalese did. And they left Jackson for too long, not because they were satisfied with Jackson's input in the 18, no, but because they know that Mane is the danger man. So because of Jackson, Mane was able to interchange passes with Jackson. Yeah. So Mane was doing more of the dangerous job. But if Jackson happened to be like Habib, they are tough because Jackson have to play because Habib is suspended. You understand now? So now if Mane happens to be one of those top strikers in Europe, with the way Mane played in that game, they will have gotten one or two goals. And then as the ball was on to some time, when Mane is holding the ball, Mane was trying to commit Hakimi, trying to commit the center backs here. So by so doing that, when Jackson comes in here, if Jackson receives the ball here, attention is drawn to Jackson. This Ndiaye did not go anytime Jackson is holding the ball. Watch Ndiaye never goes in to join them. Ndiaye remains here because this guy will not remain here if there's ball here. Mazwaye will always come inside to cover this space here, because you cannot leave the space here and be marking somebody on the flank. The man here, if Jackson is with the ball here, Papejaye, Goye is coming here, Ghana is coming here, like Mazwaye will come up front to cover, because that is the normal way to defend. But then, leaving Ndiaye up front here, that was why Jackson gave Ndiaye that pass that almost scored. If Ndiaye happened to be a productive attacker in that aspect, he would have buried that chance there. So that was the advantage. That was the tactical play that the Senegalese used in this game. The Moroccans, they are good tactically, to be honest with you. They are very good tactically. But just that these Senegalese, mentally, and they are very strong mentally, and they executed their tactical play. Why? Because this man here, Ghana, was the main orchestrator of this team. Because I was wondering why they play this old man instead of Pape Sarr of Tottenham Hotspur. But that is Pape Sarr of Tottenham Hotspur is very good, is very mobile. But this Ghana does not have that experience. Ghana likes to hold on to the ball. While holding on to this ball, even sometimes you see Guaya, and then you see Lamy. Despite having opponents on them, like this, they still give them the ball. In between the two opponents, they give them the ball, not because he will make use of the ball, but to return the ball here. These guys they try to distract these guys here. By the time they did that, they saw that the Mane was busy. Yes, Mane was busy making runs up front here. So it was difficult for Hakimi to climb up, because anytime Hakimi climbs up with this with Ibrahim Diaz here, that means this Diop and Mane with Jackson will explore this position. So Mazwaye did a lot of work, because Mazwaye worked more, even more than Hakimi in that. Because if you watch Mazwaye recovered so well in this aspect, recovered in this aspect, because Mazwaye was leading all the games between this side, because Mazwaye saved them from so many goals that would have been scored in this aspect. But Hakimi was in fact they terrorized Hakimi and Diaz in this territory. Now, if Diaz hold on to the ball, this man Diop did not allow this guy to play. And if they are holding on to the ball, if Diaz is holding on to the ball, normally before, if Diaz is playing, Hakimi will climb and use this space. Maybe by that time, this Diop will cover inside. If Diop cover inside, Hakimi will come here. They'll be playing the ball. Before you know it, Diaz will make a decoy run or run into this place. They will give him power. In this aspect, if Diaz hold on to the ball here with Diop here, because Mane is here, Hakimi refused to come here because he knows that once he comes to this place, if they lose the ball here now, Mane with speed, with skills and Jackson, they will not be able to recover. So Hakimi did not take risk at all throughout the whole. In fact, I can even say throughout the whole game, he started taking the risk when Senegalese scored the goal where they were fighting to score other goals. Now, this centre back, they did something that was very, very
amazing.
Good, very, very amazing. You know, like in this place now, whenever they are marking Kabi, yeah, if this guy is going to mark Kabi, if there's any area ball, this Sa is already covering from this aspect. As it's covering as this aspect, this Diop does not stay in this place. Diop falls down to this place, and falling down to this place, this guy is more like a left back too as well too. In this aspect again, so Gugaye comes to this place, Ghana falls to this place, Lami come down to this place. They only left Mane and Jackson up front. Even though Mane was still even coming closer to, but these guys were up and doing that. Even when you think you are beating the first man here, if you want to kick any ball, unknown to you, you will not know where Lami or Guy will come to cover the ball here.
Okay. Albert, do you have any question for him?
No, not really.
What about the goal that Senegal scored?
Okay, the goal that Senegal scored, God bless you for that question. The goal that Senegal scored, look at how they got the goal. Because Senegal have been anticipating every pass of the Moroccans. This is Ghana here, you know. This is Ghana here then. I think there was the Moroccans were having the ball.
It was a corner kick.
No. The Moroccans were having the ball. The Moroccans were having the ball. They were passing the ball around. I've forgotten their names. They were passing the ball around. So when they wanted to pass the ball, they wanted to pass the ball. So this was, I think, Ghana also.
Intercepted the ball.
No, Ghana came close to mark in this aspect. So they were passing the ball to themselves, somehow. So when they wanted to pass to the man in this place, this man was far. This, I think the goal scorer also was far.
Where?
The goal was far from him because he was trying to keep depth for Ibrahim Diaz and this man. So when they passed to this guy here, this guy passed to this guy, he returned the pass to him. Now, this man, looking at this man, knowing fully well that this man was free, he wanted in his mind, if I collect this pass, I will pass to this man. But this man already knew what this man wanted to do. Knowing well that if he passed to this guy, before this guy will control and turn, I will close him. That this man did not just wait to think of what this man will do. Immediately they returned the pass to, I think, Ezra or something like that. Immediately this guy passed this ball to this guy. As he was passing the ball to this guy, this Pablo anticipated it. As this guy was trying to turn, he collected the ball for me. After collecting the ball, Ghana pushed up front. They passed to Ghana.
No, that's not Ghana. That's
Is it?
That's not Ghana. Okay. That's the Moroccan.
Yes. This guy collected the ball. He passed to Ghana. I think he passed to one other.
Lami.
Was it Lami? He passed to Lami. As he passed to Lami here, Lami was good. They were options here to play, but Lami returned with a back in to Ghana here. Ghana looked up front here because already the boy was already climbing to this place as well too. Immediately, and that is one thing about those Senegal because they were very, very mobile in that game. Whether you expecting the ball or not, that is one lesson that every team must learn because even if the player holding the ball is not looking at your direction, does not mean that he cannot play the ball to you. Always make yourself available for pass and not complain because when this ball was going towards the direction, this guy did not know whether the ball will come to him, but he just kept on running, making use of this place. And then, being that these guys were good midfielders, immediately this guy, immediately Lami returned the ball back into Ghana. Ghana floated the ball to Pape Great. But then Hakimi and the rest were returning, but they could not collect. But that was why this guy had the opportunity to shoot at goal.
Okay. That was the goal that they.
Yes, that was the goal that the Senegalese scored.
I'm saying the question I asked you, you misinterpreted, but that was a good analysis. The goal that the Senegalese scored that was disallowed.
Okay.
What transpired there? That's
the goal that the Senegalese scored. They were, I think, a corner kick.
It was a corner kick. That's why I said it was a corner kick.
Okay, corner kick now inside your.
That should be on the side of the Morocco. That's the Morocco.
Okay. Yes. That was this side. So this goal, they played the corner kick here. We had about who was that player? I think Niakate or so.
No, the player that had that infringement with Hakimi was the one that plays for West Ham.
That is Diouf now. Was it Diouf?
Yeah, it was Diouf.
Okay, now they floated the ball, corner kick into this place, into this area. Now when you floated that ball in, the ball passed every player here, came to this direction here. Yeah. Both of them were holding themselves. That infringement was just a normal infringement. No, it was not a hard infringement. The guy did not, they were holding themselves, which in corner kick normally. These are what always happen inside the 18-yard box. There was no more, it was not as if he pushed him away. No, both of them were guiding them. So, and this guy, the Senegalese player, his eyes was on the ball, not even looking at Hakimi. Because Hakimi was trying to hold him. He was holding him to distract him from nothing the ball. So, firstly, it was a big infringement on the Senegalese player because the Senegalese player his eyes were on the ball coming to the 18-yard box. Yeah. Now, you, Hakimi, you did not look at the ball. You were not making any attempt to nod the ball. He was making an attempt to nod the ball. So, first of all, even if it was a good referee and then this guy missed that ball, normally they should have even checked whether there was a foul on it, maybe whether you blow it or not. Because first of all, if two people are contesting for a ball and one is looking at the ball, you are not looking at the ball. If that one fall down, that is supposed to be a foul against the one that was looking at the ball. So now this guy contested, this guy just removed Hakimi's hand and nodded the ball back into the 18-yard ball. Then Sarr scored the ball. And then as this guy was nodding the ball inside the 18-yard ball, because Hakimi felt that was why the referee sounded his whistle. Which that was a very wrong call. Because to me, when this thing happened, when it was happening, even if the referee have seen what was happening, the referee shouldn't have sounded his whistle because there is VAR there to check, to confirm if you are not sure. Because in a game of this kind of tension, you don't sound your whistle anyhow. No, if you know that this is 18-yard box. Even sometimes, offside trap, sometimes, you don't sound your whistle easily. You wait until VAR will tell the last man that this is offside. Sometimes they might even play more than 10 seconds, 15 seconds before the last man will now raise his flag. Knowing whether, even if you score, we are going to disallow. So, why the referee should have waited to allow the play go on there, allow the VAR to review the ball. But because the referee was under pressure or that tension, or I don't know, the referee sounded this whistle. That was why VAR did not look into that scene. Yeah, so it was a very big call from the referee, very big mistake from the referee. And this place, I believe that if the referee had not sounded this whistle, this ball would have been given a go for the Senegalese.
All right, I would say at least we have come to the end of this.
And when the game changed for the Senegalese was when they brought in Mbaye. When they brought Mbaye in, because when the Senegalese started, they started playing 4-2-8. They left Mania and the Jackson. So when they brought in Mbaye and Sarr, they now changed the formation back to 4-3-3. That was when Mbaye began to operate from from the middle side. Then Sarr began to operate from that side. They started whipping in balls inside the 18-yard box. And that was what changed the dimension of the game, because the Senegalese knew already that the Moroccans were tired at that defense line because Hakimi could not go. Mane was operating from here. They needed another player because almost all the attack they did was from Mane's position. So they needed another player to weaken this aspect. That was why when Mbaye and Sarr came in, the whole team, the whole pressure became much on the Moroccan defenders.
I would say we have come to the end of this episode. The Teranga Lions of Senegal won the trophy for the second time in their life. I would say congratulations to Senegal, congratulations to the players, congratulations to Papeteur, and I will urge the fans at home to subscribe, likes, and share. Thank you, and God bless you all.